Hello everyone, my name is Poor Jones Dove, and today I'll be taking you with me on to a workshop called Saving the World One Small Business Building at a Time. Today we'll talk about environmental sustainability, how I can help you make your small business more green, and how there are cost-effective ways to make minor changes to your office. I also did have a local small business that I went to have hands-on activities, so I can show you how I created a Revit version of the building and different things that I found in the office that I can change for that small business owner. Thank you, and let's get started. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Apora Jones Dove, a current senior at Charles Herbert Flowers High School. I'm a part of the Science and Tech program at Charles Herbert Flowers High School. I'm a current ambassador in the Troop 542, and I will be attempting my Gold Award with this project. I was inspired to do a workshop like this from a camp that I attended in the summer of 2019 called Excellent Leadership Camp for All Girls in STEM, related to STEM. And that's where I met one of my mentors, Miss Rebecca Lamb, and this is how I came up with a project, and I got interested in sustainable buildings. So without further ado, I'll take you into the presentation. Thank you for watching. Today I will discuss why sustainable buildings are so important and how small business owners can partake in this endeavor. The problem is that the world's environment is getting worse and worse, and people are not doing anything about it. We keep taking from the world and not giving back. Why sustainable green buildings are the future. As it turns out, green buildings is one of the best ways companies can future-proof, support climate action, and make an immediate impact. Before we jump in any further, what do you think sustainability is? Make sure to pause right here to think about what sustainability is. What is it? Click next when you're ready. What is environmental sustainability? Environmental sustainability is the rates of renewable resource harvest, pollution creation, and non-renewable resource depletion that can be continued indefinitely. Some examples of environmental sustainability is wind energy, solar energy, and green spaces. Sustainable green buildings are buildings that save energy and lower carbon emission. Buildings that maintain or improve the local and global ecosystem throughout the entire building lifecycle. An example is a net zero energy building. The definition: a net zero energy building is a building with a net zero energy consumption, meaning the total amount of energy used by the building on an annual basis is equal to the amount of renewable energy created on site. Some minor green changes is the most common in existing buildings because net zero requires complete remodeling. Brainstorm. What green changes do you think you can install into your office? Now I will share the building I used hands-on to show you guys how you can make your small business building more environmentally sustainable. The business I use does not have their own building, but is a renter. Questions to think about. Is your business in a building? Do you have your own building? On to Google Earth so you can get a feel of the building I used. Here's the dental center. Now we are on Google Earth, and I'm going to show you where the building is. So first we're going to start from a far glance. Zoom in a little bit. Now we'll turn the building to the side where you can see it from the road. I'm gonna make it 2D for you guys. Then now I'm going to get it to an actual view of the building if you were there as a person. So now that you see that's the other side of the building and that's the dental center right there. As you saw in the Google Earth, this is part of the building, and this is the part where the dental center is. This is the front view of the building. This is a floor plan. This was made by the owner of the building. One emergency exit picture is posted in each operatory. The floor plan that I created on Revit is a better version so you guys can see properly from the building versus the plan that I just showed you that wasn't that easy to look at. Now we'll go on. These are the operatories in each. This is one of the operatories that I made on Revit, and it's varied in shape and sizes to accommodate the spacing of the office. This is the front desk area and the front reception area. This is a view that you see when entering the office. This is a break room, the lab and office. The doctor's office is the photo at the bottom to the right. Then you see the roof and outside, and as I said before, this office isn't the only tenant, but in my diagram, I created the office as if it was alone. The office has no other windows besides a large front one. So, on to the next. Then these are pictures of the actual building. And these pictures include the main areas of the office because the other parts of the building would be an invasion of privacy. Some homework for you guys is to see what tools you can purchase to make your building more environmentally sustainable. Follow Small Business at Go Green on Instagram. Task. Now I will share tips on how you can make your small business building more green, cost effective, saving the planet. Tips to go green for small business owners. The dental center. Besides creating a model for the local small business I use, I decided to find things in their specific office I can encourage the business owner to change that were cost efficient and made the office more environmental sustainable. So first we'll start off with the thermostat. The thermostat is an older version of a thermostat, and I just want to start off by saying new is not always bad. While looking through the office, I realized that the appliances were fairly old, which in the long run could cost extra costs. So I found a newer thermostat that saves money, lowers the energy bill, has vacation mode, and is very energy efficient. It rounded to $50, and this was on a sale. So originally it's around $125. But it is a very nice newer thermostat that's more energy efficient. Next, we'll go on to the type of light bulb she had. I went into the light bulbs. I asked the business owner if I could look at her light bulbs and see what type of light bulb she used and if they were energy efficient. And to no one's surprise, they were not. So I did end up searching up light bulbs that were more energy efficient, and they are called tubular fluorescent lights, and I got them in the same length, 52 watts instead of the 40 watts that she does have in the same lighting, because people tend to think that when you get light bulbs that save the planet, that they're just gonna look natural light and more yellow. But I made sure to get the lights that she had so it can be the same color and not hurt your eyes. But it is ultimately more expensive not because of it being a recycling light bulb, but because of the wattage is bigger. But it will save money in the long run, especially with that electricity bill. Next, we go into the light switches. I did take a picture of her light switches because I do recommend sensors. Sensors are light are better for the environment, and they allow you to walk in and not use lights all the time. So you're even though it costs more at the beginning, you're saving money because you're cutting down on that electricity bill and you're saving the planet at the same time. So when you go in, the sensors will cut on for you and cut off, and it stays longer. As you can see, the light switches are more environmentally sustainable, but I do know with a dental office that you can't put these types of light sensors in each room because or you can get time sensors, especially when the doctor is working on patients. She could get a time sensor so the lights won't cut off when she's not moving fairly much. But in other places like the front area, the light sensors will be good because people aren't walking through that area all the time. So yes. If those tips didn't help you, here are some basic energy efficient things to make your office more environmentally sustainable. And this is for the small businesses that might not be dental offices or already have light bulbs like that, etc. And then, so here we are. Dispose of the bulbs properly. As I talked about the bulbs earlier, the fluorescent lights tend to be recyclable, so you can recycle those, while older style incandescent bulbs aren't recyclable. So just know if you can recycle them or not. Then on to our second tip, unplug power strips. I know everyone is plugging in a lot of items, and most offices have power strips to hold more things, more devices and stuff. So before you go home, just think about it and just think about unplugging it before you leave so you don't drain power. And you're saving your electricity. Then also you can make use of sunlight. Making use of sunlight is very important. In certain places, like I said, the dental office mine, you can't make use of sunlight. One, because they don't have windows like that. Two, it's just not. Some offices don't prefer the natural light, but if you do have a small business and you can afford to have more natural light than using all the lights, it would be very cost effective and you're helping save the planet by using nature. To the next, I do have a few more tips. Use fewer paper towels or go paperless. I know a lot of people are going paperless due to COVID, so that's good. But some people aren't paperless yet or can't go completely paperless. But please try to go as paperless as possible because by striving to go paperless, an average organization can save around 48 trees a year in paper. Using fewer paper towels is also something that's limited to what type of small business you do have. Small businesses like restaurants can use rags instead of using paper towels to clean up the tables. But if you're a dental office, it does depend on how it works and if it will dry enough for the next patient. So a lot of people do use paper towels, but please try to save the planet as much as possible by trying to go paperless and using fewer paper towels. On to the next tip. Select appliances with high energy efficient rates. As I talked before, the thermometer is one that does have a high energy efficient rate. So, higher energy efficient products not only help the planet, but help businesses save money. The last thing I have is bring a desk plant if you can. Bringing a desk plant and growing live plants in the office can help clean the air and even improve your health. That's on to the next one. I just want to say that going green doesn't mean more money. Going green is an investment in the future and in the future cut of costs due to the decrease in maintenance and the reliance on nature. Last, we'll head on to our guest speaker. Thank you for listening to me, and now we'll go on to our guest speaker. Our guest speaker was live if you were in person, but if you do have any questions, please make sure to leave me a comment and fill out the survey on SurveyMonkey. Thank you for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you comment about what you liked about the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.